Okay, great. Well, now we're ready to begin. I'd like to thank you today. Thank you for being willing to do an interview with me today. Akan Charan.
Thank you for the opportunity.
This is so interesting to me. Most of the time I start in Khmer, so when I start in English, it's like I have no idea how to use it. Today I'd like to begin our interview. Thanks so much for being willing to come out and begin to do this interview with me. My name is Thomas Barrett. I'm the translation coordinator for the Cambodian Oral History Project at Brigham Young University. And our project has our project goals are to be able to collect the oral histories, the family histories and genealogies and life stories of Cambodians that were born and raised in Cambodia. And especially today, I have the unique opportunity to come to different heritage communities across the United States to hear some of the refugees' experiences, including your own. So I've been super excited to hear this today. Today is June the 2nd, 2025. To begin, can I get your name one more time, just for the record?
Sophorn, Holl.
Sophorn Holl. Okay, Holl is your name, the goal?
Yeah, last name, Holl. Holl.
Holl. Perfect. Fantastic.
And Sophorn is a very common name. You will see a lot of people has the same name.
Yep.
Sophorn.
It
could be a guy too.
It can. In fact, most of the people I've met, they're guys that have the name Sophorn, but it's a beautiful name. It's a Chmo Biruo. We'll put it that way.
Thank you. And also Thai people have the same name.
Yeah.
Thai people, you hear that Sophorn also.
You hear Sophorn in Thai.
It's common.
That's
you know what it means?
Yep. I actually don't. What does it mean?
Scenery. Beautiful scenery.
It means scenery. Well, that's a cool translation of it. I love it. Cool. Well, let's begin today. I want to get to know you, just for the record as well. Are you okay if when we're done with this interview, I'm going to post this on our website so that it can be available to your kids and grandkids and anyone in the future?
Yes.
Okay.
That's a good thing.
Perfect. Well, let's begin to share this story. Now that we have your name, can I get, what year were you born?
1969.
You were born 1969, so right before the beginning of the Lon Nol period then in Cambodia. So, and where were you born?
Phnom Penh.
You were born right?
Phnom Penh, Cambodia, the capital city of Cambodia.
Okay, and Phnom Penh is a pretty big city. Modom Na, where at in Cambodia were you born in?
Very good. They say, near the back. The Spien Chua Jawa.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know Spien Chua Jawa?
Yep.
The bridge.
Yep, that crosses
and
over.
And Bet Galamite. You heard of that? Bet Galamite is the name of the hospital.
Uh-huh.
The hospital. And also right next to the stadium, football stadium.
Yeah.
They call Stacha.
Yeah.
Stacha, yeah.
So you were born right there, right across in that area there.
Near the park, very famous parks called Rupi.
Mm-hmm.
Rupi have two statues.
Yeah.
Statue of the two people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they call Rupi. It's popular. I mean, well known.
Very well known park there.
City.
Yeah, I know exactly where that is. Okay, thank you.
Oh, really?
That's great. Yeah,
That's
I
nice.
actually.
You've been to Cambodia.
Yeah,
you know.
so I lived in Phnom Penh for about 9 months, so
Well,
I know
long
that
ago?
area really cool.
So right now, they changed so much. It's
I believe it.
it's well developed.
Mm-hmm. So you remember most of your childhood, your earliest years then would have been during the Lon Nol period. Do you remember the Lon Nol period at all, or not really?
Very small. I was only in first grade.
Okay.
First grade.
You
And
just
then
started.
1975.
That's when things happened.
That's when we, everybody got evacuated.
Mm-hmm. Do you
out
remember
of
the
city.
evacuation?
Do I remember?
Yeah, do you remember
Yes,
the evacuation?
very interesting. It's New Year,
Mhm.
right? April 17. That's why you see every Cambodian New Year. Every year you see there's a history and there's celebration at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting because some people think that we were liberated. Some people say we were invaded.
Yeah.
So the reason I say that because some people are celebrating, but some people like mourning. Like that's the day we got, we lost everything.
Yeah. You're
Lost many lives. Very confusing time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So because of New Year, my family went to visit our grandfather at another Olympic stadium called Stade Olympic.
Yeah.
You know that, right? That's
Yep.
a bigger stade, right? A bigger stadium. So my mom, all of us younger ones, went to visit, grandparents. And so we left home. And when the communists took over, came in, we were forced to evacuate. We
Yep.
never made it back home. We left from our grandfather's house, which is Stade Olympic,
Yeah.
the Olympic Stadium. So that's where we start leaving the hometown.
Got it.
Never made it back home
Never made it back
because
home.
it took place during New Year time.
Right. Where did they, when you were evacuated, where did they, where did they evacuate you to?
Being small, you don't know much. You just follow the crowd, right? Came with as many people with our parents and our older sibling. They're like all over the place. They somewhere else. They at home. So we got separated.
Got it.
Yeah, very confusing time. But we're small. So
Yeah. And
my other sibling and I.
and okay, so your younger sibling. How many siblings do you have?
Oh my God, 12.
12. So a lot
Yes.
of siblings. You're going tipon man. Which one are you?
Very good. 11 out of 12.
You're 11 out of 12, so you're almost both-gay.
Yes, almost a baby.
Oh my goodness.
But,
And how many brothers and how many sisters are there in your family?
5 brothers.
Okay, so that means 7 sisters, including you.
Yes, very good. 5 brothers and 7 sisters. Brothers are older.
Mm-hmm.
Sister are younger sibling.
Right. Okay, so the youngest was a sister.
I have one youngest sister and then me. I'm number 11.
Okay, makes sense. then.
Very grateful for big family.
Yeah, big families are the
Feel
best.
spoiled.
You have that means you have extra friends. It's great.
They took good care of us. And they
Yeah.
worked hard and sent us to school to learn.
Yeah.
So it's now payback time. We have to take care of our elders.
Yep. Now we get to take care of our elders. That's great.
why I'm in financial field. I want to make sure I can take care of all my siblings.
No, that's great. So how many? Tell me a little bit more about some of your childhood memories with your siblings. I'm really interested in this. It sounds like you had a little bit of time with your childhood, and you started grade
Yeah.
school before the Khmer Rouge came in.
Yes.
What was that like with your siblings?
So my sibling, I went to school. Our first grade was with my youngest sister because kind of like the time that I supposed to register, I'm a little bit delayed, but a little bit early for my youngest. So my parents put us both in the same class.
Oh, really?
Two of us in the same. It's very interesting. The same first grade, and that's our memories. And then we got evacuated the city after the war broke out, and we went to the countryside.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting story, right? Countryside. We went back to the hometown where our parents originally from. You know
from?
the
What home were you? originally-
province, Skun.
Oh, you're from Skun.
You
Yeah,
know
close
Skun?
to Kabuk Jam.
Yeah, Klok Kampong Cham. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's Kat Kampong Cham, right? And Skun is what they call Skun. You know where it is? Yeah, not too far from Phnom Penh, right? About 3 hours.
Yeah, it's about 2 or 3 hours. Because
Yeah.
when we would drive to Kabuk Jam, we would get Skun. So.
We didn't have the road back then. We used to take the ferries
Oh,
between
really?
Skun and Phnom Penh,
Really?
the city. But now, I just went
You
back
just drive.
2023 recently.
Oh, recently.
We went many times, but the last time we were there was 2023. So you have the road now. You can just drive.
Just drive
by.
right up to it.
Yeah, about 3 hours, I think, not far.
Yeah, not too bad then.
So then, we bring along the way. I don't know what's going on. We just know that we're on the road, and I have a big sibling, and have a lot of brother and sister. We try to describe that. You see a lot of refugee being evacuated.
Mhm.
We look for shade. It's very hot. We look for shade because it's hot in Cambodia. New
Yeah.
Year's, right? Very hot. So my big brother found a tree with a good shade.
Right.
Nobody took it because it's all taken. Right? This is my memories
Right.
of that time because it's significant. So it turns out there's a beehive there.
Yeah.
That's why nobody took it. I remember that. It's like we had to run, like the bee, and nobody took that tree because of the bees.
Right.
We look for shade because it's so hot.
Uh-huh.
So that's one memory, and also rain along the way. It's cold,
Yeah.
and we didn't have much with us. I remember my dad gave us some liquor to drink just to keep us warm.
Really?
It has to be a significant time like that for us to remember. Otherwise,
Yeah.
And I remember being cold because of rain, and to stay warm, my dad gave us. Even though we're young, very young. He had no choice but to give us some liquor to keep us warm,
Oh my
right?
goodness.
That's how I remember. And
Yeah.
the bee, the tree that has nobody taken it, but my oldest sibling, that we found the tree, we found the shade, and then nobody took it. And we went there,
Oh,
we
wow,
found
those
out
bees.
the bees.
Yeah.
But we survived all that, and then all the way to Skun.
Mhm.
Skun is where my grandfather
Mhm.
used to live. They still have land there, the home there. So we
Which,
don't know where to go.
on your mom's side or your dad's side?
My mom's side.
On your mom's side.
My dad's on Kampong Cham.
Oh, your dad's from Kubukjam.
Yeah, and then along the way, when we made it to Skun, the temple, at the Skun town, and they had people came to take my dad away.
Mm.
They had a list. It took my dad and my uncle. Their name were on the list.
Why were their names on the list? Were they associated with Lon Nol or Sihanouk
Yes,
or something?
my father, worked for the governor.
Oh,
The
he
people
was.
that work for the former governments,
Uh-huh.
they after them. They have
What
a
did-
list of names.
What did he do? What was his job?
My dad was, one of the governors, former governors.
Oh, he was a
Yeah.
former governor. Okay.
Or, VP governors or governors, different province.
Oh my goodness.
Like what's the place? Siem Reap, and also
Maybe he about
Kampong Cham. No, Kampong Cham, what do you call?
But they were Jake, Pong.
Oh my God, I forgot the name. But different province.
One of the
Yeah,
provinces.
so they know.
Okay.
They used to work for the king also.
Okay.
So I mean,
So they had
my
some
dad,
connections.
my uncle, and a few others. They have a list of names. They're after them.
Really?
And then I don't know much, but my mom told us later on that she heard the gunshots.
Oh, really?
If they took 3 people, we heard 3 gunshots. Not too far. Not too long after they took them.
Yeah.
But we were young, we didn't know anything, but our mom told us. And so after that, we had nowhere to go. We didn't know where to go. We came from the city, right? So we ran out of money. And we saw the money was outlawed,
Yeah.
So they start throw away money, or they stop taking money. So
Yeah.
my mom, in order to survive, raising a lot of children, right? She starts selling her ring, jewelry along the way. Yeah, I remember that. And then finally we made it to a destination like relatives' home. They didn't have much space, but they welcomed us, distant relative. They're like my mom, third cousin. We don't
Wow.
have close relatives live there anymore because everybody moved to the city. So we stay with whoever let us stay with them. And I have a fond memory of our relatives who took us in, let us stay with them, feed us,
That's good.
and that's fond memory of them. We didn't know how to cook, we didn't know how to prepare food at the farm. They would feed us, they would let us pick. They have plantation, they grow
Right.
rice, fruits, whatever. I have fond memory of them because of that.
Yeah. And this is still in Skun, right?
Yeah, Skun. So we settled in Skun. And then we, like most people's story, we were taken to be killed several times.
Really?
Yeah, they say that when they take our father, they said they'll come back to get you. They say that they said to go to meet the king, King Senu, the Ram Senu, because they work for the king,
Right.
They didn't tell us, for execution, but they said
Yeah,
to
they
go
would lie to you.
meet the king, and then we'll bring the family later. And so they came for us. I don't know, maybe a year after, or I don't know how long between that time.
Yeah, you still. Yeah.
But a few times they took us, and then there's always something wrong, like, oh, you come back another time.
Really?
Like the truck is full, or we use the cow, like the carriage. They don't have cars or the big trucks. They say, well, the cow wouldn't move, so they couldn't take us anywhere. So they sent us home. And the third time we came home at night.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember that either, but Mom told us. We came back at night, knock on the door. Hey,
Uh-huh.
let us in. We said, oh, no. They thought we were ghosts. They
Really?
said that if we were taken, nobody came back.
Yeah.
Why you back? It must be ghosts, right?
Yeah.
So it's something like that, it's my mom remembered those times.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's why
So
we had a
somehow
church yesterday we talked about we didn't know God. We didn't know the name if we knew that this God exists. But someone saved us.
Because someone's protected you all those
Yes.
times.
Yes. My husband probably had the same, we all had that feeling like somebody saved us. We don't know who.
Right.
We didn't know God exists or the name. Many of us write books about that.
Wow.
So yeah, up until then, we were saved a few times, and then it's only 3 years, right? But it seems like forever.
I bet.
Yeah, and then that's when the Vietnamese invasion.
Yeah. Do you remember the Vietnamese invading?
Very good.
Really?
As a young girl, our home in Skun, it's by the main road. It's not further in, not rural, but it's by the main road like this. So we hear the sound of the, what do you call, the command,
Yeah. The tanks.
The tank.
Uh-huh.
You hear, you can feel the
rumble.
the noise, yeah. I'm like, what is going on? And then we heard that, we've been liberated. You're so young, you know exactly what it meant. It just means that everything was changed.
Yeah.
We have freedom now. They don't kill us for go get food. You're free to go fishing. You're free to go get food on your own. We exchange. It's really fun time.
Yeah.
For me, I get a little bit bigger. 10, around 10. Because I left about
because you were born in
10,
69.
11,
Yeah.
12 that time. And so it's a fun time. And my mom, my older sibling, went back to Phnom Penh, the city, to get, try to survive, try to go get properties or find
some of
go
your
back
old
to our
stuff.
home.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of traffic, a lot of commotion. Everybody traveling like, okay, we're being liberated now. Let's go do whatever, Let's go back to our home.
Yeah.
And find our stuff, properties. And we're small. We're left behind in Skun still.
Yeah.
And my three of us are small. And the older sibling, they went there to make a living.
Yeah.
Send money to help us or whatever. And that's exciting time. I see that the people live by the farm. They would bring us fruits, vegetable, exchange. There's no money. What do they call the old way? Barter. Remember that? Yeah. And people who fish, they would bring fish to exchange.
Yeah, because
it's
you
really
didn't
fun.
have money.
There's no money. We just exchange whatever you have. That was a fun time for me.
Yeah.
But I know my mom, my older sibling, would constantly go back and forth between Phnom Penh, back and forth. Especially my mom. She worked so hard trying to, help us.
Wow.
Yeah. We have our first sister got married early during Pol Pot. Pol Pot, they marry people.
Yeah, they would.
You're like 18 or whatever,
They'd marry a whole bunch of couples at the same time,
you
right?
heard about that. So one of our siblings got married.
Really?
In the 18, 17. And we got, because he's from the Skun.
Yeah.
They know their way of life. So we thank him. We thank his family. Till today, he's here with us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you could interview him one day.
I hope so.
So his family helped us a lot.
Right.
Because we didn't have a father, and my mom went to, my older sibling always go to the city.
Yeah.
Trying to find work. And so I was left behind with my other two young siblings. Number 11, I'm 11, there's number 12 and number 10.
Yeah.
And left with that couple, my older sibling, and they're young too, 17, 18, my in-law. But the parents, his parent came to help us,
right,
protect us. I'm really grateful for them. And then he came along with us, our in-law. Yeah, he worked really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, more story, you have time?
I do, yeah.
So after that time, liberation, after the liberation, or whatever, invasion, the Vietnamese took over, right? It seems like in the liberation, but, and then we have to leave the country because we don't know what's going on.
Right.
We don't know, because we went through the worst time during Pol Pot. I skipped the execution, the starvation, right, all the stuff before the liberation, right?
Yeah.
And then after that, we don't trust anybody. And so we had our oldest brother, number one brother.
Yeah.
He's a former Cambodian Air Force captain.
Wow.
He left the country before the communists took over.
Really?
He
So
trying to
he
bring
fled.
all of us, but my parents wouldn't go. They didn't want to leave the country.
Right.
They said they're just changing the president, right? Changing the government. They didn't know that, all this horrible stuff would have taken place. So they refused to go. So my brother brought other family with him, and they're here.
They're actually
My
here.
brother, he's flew helicopter, Huey helicopter.
Really?
So he couldn't bring his own family. He brought someone else's family, and I didn't know. And I found out later
Really?
on Facebook, somebody trying to find my brother. That that your brother brought all our family.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, I said really.
So
Yeah,
he brought himself,
and other few families.
to help escape Phnom Penh before everything
Because
fell
he's
apart.
on his helicopter, escaped from Cambodia to Thailand.
Wow.
But anyway, because of that, he the one that sponsored us from the U.S. We heard
Oh,
that
so
he
your brother
survived.
sponsored you here?
Yeah, he survived. He's in the U.S. Now he's looking for family.
Yeah.
He heard that most people got killed.
Yeah.
But he heard that we survived. So he's looking for us to sponsor us.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of good news, right? And then so everybody start leaving the country. You know how we escaped, right? Most Cambodian story would told you that we had to escape from Cambodia to the border,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, through the jungle.
Site and jungle, whatever, however you can survive. You have a guide, someone, my brother, I have so many siblings. They looked for my older brother,
Mm-hmm.
and they found out that a brother escaped, made it to the U.S. So he's the one that saved up money and paid somebody to come and get us.
Yeah.
And we have such a big family, we can't bring everybody at the same time,
Right.
and kind of come in different groups,
Yeah.
small group, like 3-4 times. So escape through the Thai border.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody had to do that. And then, that's the next step would be find sponsorship, right?
Yeah.
And luckily, God saved us. Church family,
Yeah.
sponsor us. So that's how we are able to come here. And that's how we get to go to church. We learn about the Bible. We learn about
That's great.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Amazing.
What church was it?
St. Michael Church in Annandale, Virginia.
Okay, so you told us a little bit about, we were just talking about how you came here, you found the church, how you were sponsored here. If I could go back just a little bit, I love that you've mentioned kind of how you had these shared experiences with some of your siblings, all the way from your childhood memories to coming here. Can you tell me a little more about your parents? What were their names and what did they do for work?
My mom, Sinan Holl.
Sinan
Sinan Holl.
Holl.
Yeah, her last name is Holl, actually.
Holl. Okay.
Then after she married, she take my father's
Right.
last name, Holl. Holl. That's why we all have Holl. And that's my mom. Sinan Holl is my mom's name, and then my dad is Block Holl.
So the one more time, his name
dad's name is Block Holl.
Block Holl.
Plock, I think
Plock.
something like that. Block Holl.
Okay, and so his given name was Pluck, and Holl was his
They named Holl last name after his first name in Cambodia.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
They take Dana as our family name.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So your dad was a governor at one point of whatever province.
He speaks French.
He speaks French.
Speaks French, and he's very. During that time, we were colonized.
You were
by the
Indochina.
French. Right. So they needed him. So he worked at the palace.
Really?
King Sihanouk, yeah. And then he was made, governor in different province.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's had connections with the king for a very, very long time then.
He used to work for them.
Okay. What about your grandfather and grandmother on your father's side? Were they also individuals that were high-ranking individuals, or?
Yes, yeah. Back then, they say that, oh, you look at their house. We saw the picture, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's with French influence,
Yeah,
like big house.
like a French colonial
Back
house.
then, yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of house. I don't know how to describe, but you can tell their clothes, the picture, the way they look. The grandparent.
Yep. They're
Yeah.
very modern.
Yeah, some of them look Western.
Yeah.
They don't look Asian.
Yep. They look Western.
Yeah.
But
With the dress.
are you Khmer Sot or are you Khmer Gatjan
Good
or?
question. My grandfather on my mom's side, he has very light complexion, and I believe he's Chinese descent.
Probably Chinese descent. Okay.
Mhm.
But all the rest of your family, they're Khmer.
But yeah, I consider 100% Khmer because we speak Khmer. We don't speak any other language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense enough. Okay.
And,
So what did your dad?
Especially on my dad's side. On my dad's side, more on the darker skin.
Yeah,
and,
they're Khmer.
Khmer, yeah.
Okay,
Khmer
so
son.
what did your dad do in the palace then? And how did he even get into this?
Yeah, because again, he well educated.
Uh-huh.
He speaks French, and then that's how he got a job.
Yeah.
Yeah. And back then, he can, everybody want him to marry their daughters.
Yeah. Sound checks out.
Yeah. So my mom married very young, I think. And then back then, people were very young.
Yeah.
Got married like 16, 17, maybe 18 back then.
No.
Yeah, I remember my mom said at 30, by age 30, she's done having 12 kids.
Oh my goodness. So wait, how did your mom and dad meet then?
Arranged. Always pre-arranged marriage.
Prearranged.
Prearranged.
And did your mother's family come from a high-ranking family as well? Then I'm assuming.
Yeah, my mom, my grandfather used to have that big mansion in Skun, and he used to own a lot of land.
Oh,
farms,
so he was a landholder then.
Yeah, he had people
very
work
wealthy.
for him. Yeah, and then he moved to the city. Remember at the Olympic Stadium?
Uh-huh.
That's when he owned lots of property, like property. What do you call it? Real estate investor.
Yeah.
Because the Olympics over there, he have a lot of home for rents during the Olympic season.
Really?
Yeah, so he have 9 children. My grandfather, the one that lived in the Olympic stadium, Start Olympic.
Yeah.
And they just collect rents.
Oh
They were property owners.
That's insane.
Yeah, even back then.
Crazy.
We only have one survivor
Yeah.
from that family, my mom's family. Only one survivor. My uncle and my mom.
Okay, so is your uncle with? What was your mom's name again?
Sinan.
Sinan. Sinan Holl. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Her family name Hong. Hong.
Hong.
And then my father's last name is Holl. Holl.
Holl. Okay. I've heard both names then.
Yeah. So on my, I want to add a little bit about my grandfather's family.
Yeah, please.
He being evacuated also went to the same city,
Mm-hmm.
and they were all killed.
Are you
Except one
kidding?
uncle, because he went to work. He went to work with the rubber forest plantation. Taking
Yeah.
the what you call jor, glue.
Yeah, make
Plantation.
rubber cement glue
He
out
was
of
he went away, so he missed. He got away,
it. Yeah.
but the rest were taken,
Interesting.
including my grandfather, and then on my mom's side, they took my dad,
Yeah.
uncles, and others.
You killed him.
Yeah.
What were
My
your?
mom said that she's like a chicken with a bunch of chicks without the father.
Yeah. I bet that's
I don't know how
awful.
she survived. Yeah, but amazing.
That's awful.
Yeah.
What were your grandparents' names?
Grandparents' name? Hong Nate.
Hong Ni.
Hong Nate.
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 Okay.
Hong
Hong
Nate.
Nate.
I'm trying to look for the old picture of the people who work for the former governments.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, they don't have a lot of picture, I guess. Or
Yeah,
a lot
I
of
bet a
picture
lot were destroyed. Yep.
Looking for my father's picture.
Hong Nate, that's your mom's dad, right? That's
Hong
your.
Nate, my mom's father. Yes.
Yeah. Do you know your Da Ye Kang book or your Ye Kang Mak?
You know what? I'm closer to grandparents on my mom's side.
Yeah.
On my dad's side, I think they were gone by the time we grew up.
Gotcha. So you
Didn't
never
get to
knew their
meet them.
names. You never met them.
No.
Got it.
But my dad, on my dad's side, we have some cousin siblings survive.
Yeah.
They're in California.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, very successful family.
Yeah.
They all left before the war broke out.
Right.
I mean, some left behind too. Not
Yeah.
all. Only the oldest cousin. He used to fly T-28
Wow.
bomber.
Yeah.
So he's escaped, just like my oldest brother.
He was able
My
to
other
escape.
uncles, they're pilots. They escaped because they in direct conflicts with the communists.
Right. Wow.
They had to escape. Yeah. So they all survived. They made it here.
Yeah. That's insane. And they're all around America, some in California, some here in
And then,
Pennsylvania.
that's on my dad's side. And on my mom's side, they went to France.
They went to
When
France?
we all in the camp, Thailand camp, some of us look for sponsors. Sometimes the sponsor came from different part of the world.
Right.
Some
Australia.
came from Canada, Australia, Japan,
Mm-hmm.
the United States.
Yeah.
So some of my cousin on my mom's side got sponsored to France.
Right. Oh, interesting.
I went to visit them.
So you have
I've
gone to...
been, I met some of the cousins. It was really funny because after the war, it's been so long, we don't know what they look like. And we don't have Facebook at that time. We're like, every time when we went there, they had to hold a picture. Like, this is who they are.
Right.
So we look for each other.
Hold a sign.
Hold a sign.
Oh,
So
that's
weird.
funny.
Yeah.
What was your Lokye Kangmadai? What was her name?
Lokye Kangmadai. You know what? Very interesting. My mom lost her mom when she was a teenager. 16.
Oh, really? So you never met her?
Never met her. But the second wife, my grandfather remarried.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And he's related to my dad.
Oh, really?
You know, they keep family
Oh,
together.
so your mom's and dad's family, they were interrelated already.
Yeah, so...
Oh, my goodness.
And so, the second marriage is, on my mom is kind of related to my dad.
Right.
That's how they hooked my mom and dad together.
Oh,
I
my
guess.
goodness.
Yeah, just guessing, yeah.
Okay, that checks out, actually. That makes sense. Okay.
Just on mom's side. On my dad's side, more like people work for the government.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How many siblings do you have living here in America today? And in Pennsylvania, how many do you have? Do you have any that live around here or no?
All in Virginia.
They're all in Virginia. Okay. So explain this to me. You came here to America and you were sponsored. Were you sponsored to Virginia or were you sponsored to Pennsylvania?
Virginia.
You were sponsored to Virginia.
Yeah.
Okay. How long did you live there?
Since 84.
1984.
1984. I went to 4 different high schools.
Really? Wait, what day did you arrive in America?
84.
1984, but what day and what month?
I wouldn't remember that.
You don't remember? That's okay. I was just curious if you knew.
I don't remember the month.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I remember we moved a lot every year.
Yeah.
Our family moved a lot, so I've been to different high school. You know, it takes 4 years to graduate from high school.
And you went to a different year every single year.
Yeah.
Oh
But today I have so many friends from high school.
Uh-huh.
Every time we meet, like, oh, you guys, my friend, they've been to this school.
Oh my goodness.
So the good thing was, I guess they made so many friends.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, we constantly moving every year.
Yeah. That's insane. Okay. What did you think about America when you first came here?
Very interesting. So we came here trying to catch up with learning. Yeah, trying to catch up with learning. You know, we didn't speak English, and we had to study a lot to catch up, and we have to take summer school every summer.
Wow.
You know, trying to catch up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, when you first came here, everything's good because you escaped from the war.
Yeah.
Even junk food is good. Soda is good. Not realizing it's 69 gram sugar.
It's awful
Today
for you.
I read everything. No, not. Before,
Oh, that's funny.
chips, all the junk food is good. Trying to catch up with learning because we missed a lot of school during the war.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like earth science class. I like English class.
Mm-hmm.
You know, math, English composition.
Yeah.
And then made it to, after high school, I went to 2-year college, community college, get my associate degree in accounting.
Uh-huh.
And since I can finish high school, I'm going to go to college. at least 2-year degree, and then since I finished my 2-year degree, I'm gonna go. Might as well go to a 4-year. You know,
Fair
keep
enough.
going. I went to RIT, Rochester Institution of
Technology. Yep. RT.
New York,
Yeah.
upstate New York. So I get to
Okay.
see snow, blizzard.
Uh-huh. Bet you hadn't seen that before when you were a kid.
I got state grant and federal grant. Thank God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give me a way, make way for me. And then I transferred from RIT private college to state college,
Right.
SUNY Brockport,
Okay.
State University of New York at Brockport. Keep going. I'm still in school today. Believe it or not.
I believe it.
Then I'm still learning.
Good.
Believe it or not, till today.
Always learning.
Learning.
On that topic, actually,
And people said, "Oh, your English so sharp," because I never stopped learning.
never stop learning. That's the best way to improve your language. That's for sure.
Yeah,
It's all about life.
you forget how to write, how to spell. You don't learn.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of my friends like, what? How do you spell this?
Right. So I have one final question. I know we need to end here just
Yeah.
a little bit. My phone's actually about
So
to
it's
die.
all the school, yeah.
But I'd love to ask you one
So
final
school never
question.
end.
I'd like to ask you is, do you have any words of advice for future generations? Anyone who may watch this video in the future, maybe say children or grandchildren.
My
or anyone
favorite
else?
question.
Yeah.
It's $1 million question.
It's $1
right
million
there.
question. Well, I hope for $1 million answer then.
That's $1 million question and answer. Don't take things for granted. Know that how fortunate you are. If you hear our story, you understand why.
Mm-hmm.
We grew up without opportunity, not even freedom.
Yeah.
You can't do anything. Here, you have freedom, you have opportunity, you have resources, you have technologies. I always tell people, look, it's like magic. You can see, you can hear. Just turn on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
No complaint.
Yep.
You're very blessed.
We are very blessed.
And work as a team. Gotta believe in work as a team. And always financial literacy. They not knows. Because that's important. And I talk to everybody, nobody knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Very important. We should learn it in school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so too.
That's it. You know this, you know everything.
You know everything. We're good to go. Well,
Yeah.
I look forward
Thank
to.
you so much for the opportunity.
No, thank you so much for being willing to interview with us. And whenever you publish
God
a
bless
book,
your journey,
I
both of
hope you can send me the book. I want to hear the rest of the story. I wish we had more time today,
We
but
can continue in the future.
no worries. Thanks again so
Yeah.
much. I'll
All
consider.
right, thank you, Levi and Professor.